Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a psychic medium here on YouTube. I post a lot of pick a card tarot readings, spiritual chit chats, witchcraft, law of attraction, anything that I want to talk about, we just post on this channel. So go ahead and subscribe if you're into any of that stuff. Anyways, today I want to talk about a very important subject, a skill that I want all of you to have and develop because it will change your life. And that is the knowledge on how to implement a new habit successfully and easily so you're not suffering, okay? I'm gonna let you know. I am filming this at the very beginning of 2024. And, I look back at 2023, and this was really a year for me where I made so many changes to my lifestyle. And I want to just chat about it and share my stories, and hopefully it'll help some of you. This past year, I completely quit biting my nails. I really reduced my caffeine intake, which is funny because I literally have black tea right here. I didn't say I quit. I greatly reduced it. I dumped not just one awful relationship, but also a very toxic situationship. They're in the past. I maintained going to the gym and being into fitness for about a year and a half now, which is my longest stretch ever of going to the gym and working out. I started eating a lot healthier. Right now, what new thing I'm implementing is not snacking and intermittent fasting, because I used to snack all the time. For some reason, I heard that eating like small peckish meals throughout the day is healthier for you. I don't know who said that, but it's not true at all, especially if you have a family of heart disease and diabetes. So if you're like that as well, don't be a snacker, okay? Because for the longest time, I'm like, I'm so healthy. My metabolism is in overdrive all the time. No, that will lead to insulin resistance. So that's a new habit that I am implementing right now. 3 meals a day, no snacking, and no eating for 16 hours in the nighttime and the morning. So anyways, the reason why I'm sharing all of this is because I think I have mastered the art of making lifestyle changes. And I've had my diet change so much. I've been a vegetarian for 11 years. I went vegan multiple times throughout those 11 years. And it's not that I quit or I couldn't do it anymore. I intentionally was this is not right for me for so-and-so reason. So yeah, I am a master at this point of implementing new habits. Before we talk about how to do it, what I want you to do right now is go into the comment section and comment what new habit you really want to implement. And this will really cement it for you that after you watch this video, you're gonna select one of those habits and you will start today, right now, implementing it. The first thing you need to know is that it takes around 3 weeks for a new habit to be incorporated into your comfort zone. What does that mean? Your comfort zone is what you would do naturally. If you were to have a day where you wouldn't think about things or change anything, that is your comfort zone, So if you're doing something different that shakes things up, it's going out of your comfort zone. When you do something out of your comfort zone, something that you're not used to doing every day, it will take a tremendous amount of conscious energy and focus for you to do that. And that's important for you to know, because this is why you can't keep a good habit. The first thing you need to know is that you are only going to implement one habit at a time. I don't care. We want to minimize going out of your comfort zone. If you try to implement 20 habits at one time, they're all gonna fail because you will have no energy, no focus. It'll be difficult. You'll forget, you'll slip up because it takes tremendous energy for you to go out of your comfort zone, okay? So we only wanna do this a little bit at a time. And here's another thing, I'm lazy. Okay, this is the lazy person's guide to implementing new habits. I don't want to suffer constantly. I don't want to quit something cold turkey. And that's another thing that I have to say to you. If you are quitting something, you're going to taper off. Okay, you're not going to quit cold turkey. That's not how we're beginning this habit. This is the lazy girl's guide to quitting habits and beginning new habits, okay? So for example, when I was quitting coffee, I had 3 to 5 cups a day. Immediately when I decided I need to reduce my caffeine, I went down to just 1 cup of coffee a day. I knew that if I quit cold turkey, I would get intense headaches. I wouldn't be able to focus on anything. I would just be in a violent mood constantly. So I'm like, why suffer? So I immediately went down to 1 cup of coffee a day, and it was fine. 1 cup was enough to not get headaches, not have those really negative side effects. And then once I ran out of coffee, I switched to 2 or 3 cups of black tea a day. And then when I ran out of black tea, I switched, I think I went down to like 1 cup of black tea, and then I switched to like 2 cups throughout the day of green tea. And then I kind of lingered around there because that was fine with me. You know, I didn't need to quit after that. So I did it very, very gradually. And each level of that new habit, I gave about 3 weeks to be incorporated for my body and mind and soul to get used to it. And it was very much like in the background, like this is a new habit. It's not a big deal type of energy. So you're going to pick one habit, and that's the only habit you're going to focus on for 3 weeks. Now we're going to cut ourselves even more slack here. If this is a more difficult habit to incorporate, such as going to the gym and working out, and I'll talk about that in a minute, you're going to give yourself even more time of only focusing and integrating that habit. But those first 3 weeks are incredibly important. You need to do that habit every single day. Or if it's like a certain amount a week, for example, if you're going to start going to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week, let's say your goal is to work out 5 times a week, 5 strength training a week, okay? We're going to start doing 3 weeks, and you're only going to do 3 days. You're going to taper your way in. You're not going to start going balls to the wall right away. 3 days a week for 3 weeks. This is the only habit you're focusing on right now, okay? And here's another point I'm going to mention. Because it's outside of your comfort zone, you are not going to be motivated to do it. You are not going to be motivated to do it. So many people don't start things that they know they have to because they're not motivated. And I get the question all the time, Laura, how do you stay so motivated all the time? I don't. Motivation is a fickle friend. Okay, where motivation ends, discipline begins. What is discipline? It is dragging your butt off the couch when you don't want to, and going out in the cold when you'd rather be under your cozy, snuggly blankets, going to the gym, being miserable about it, doing the workout anyways. That is discipline. That is discipline. And that is what you're going to need for those 3 weeks where you start to integrate this habit. Now, what you're going to notice after these 3 weeks, if you're incorporating a positive habit, after 3 weeks, you'll start to crave doing this. It will become a part of your comfort zone, and you'll find that if you, like, for example, if this is going to the gym, if you don't go to the gym for a week, you're gonna feel like crap. You're gonna feel like you got hit by a bus, like so like heavy, like why does my tummy feel like heavier? You know, you're gonna have that feeling if it's a good habit, because you'll start to feel the withdrawal of you not doing that positive habit. Or like if you say you like brush your teeth twice a day and you floss every day, and you try going to sleep without brushing your teeth and flossing. I don't know if you guys are like this. It's just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to do it. I have to brush my teeth. I'm just going to be worried that my teeth are going to rot in my sleep. Oh, I got to do it. You know, that is the withdrawal of a good habit. And it takes 3 weeks for you to incorporate that habit into your comfort zone so you can get to that point. And then after that 3-week point, it will be so much less difficult. Which brings me to my next point. If you are getting rid of a negative habit that you are addicted to, it will not magically go away after 3 weeks. Okay, the first 3 weeks will be the hardest, absolutely, and it will be incorporated into your comfort zone. First and foremost, before you quit anything, and I don't care if it's a drug, I don't care if it's a bad habit, I don't care if it is a person that you are attached to and addicted to, you need to find something else to replace the time and the energy and the focus that you were once giving to this addiction. For example, I quit sugar for 30 days in the past year, and before I even quit, I made it easier for myself by finding things to eat that were not added sugars. I quit added sugars, not regular sugars, okay? So I filled my fridge up with fruit. I had herbal teas and yogurt, really, really dark chocolate, things like that to replace for when I would get those sugar addictions. I had something to put in my mouth that was not the sugar. When I quit a really toxic situationship that I was addicted to, I couldn't stop thinking about this person. It was really difficult for those first 3 weeks. Let me tell you, I was mourning, I was crying a lot. But I found something to do instead of sitting around and crying. You know, I was filming, I was playing video games, I was doing this, I was doing that. I wasn't necessarily avoiding the urges or the emotions, but I wasn't just sitting around and making it difficult for myself either. I had something else to focus on. After 3 weeks, the most animalistic urges will start to dissipate, but if this was something that you were truly addicted to, you will still think about it. You will still have the occasional craving for it, but it's kind of like you're out of this immediate danger zone. For example, when I was quitting a really toxic relationship, it was those first 3 weeks that I would constantly ask myself and my friends, should I reach out to them? Should I not reach out to them? After those 3 weeks, I'm not reaching out. I know that for a fact. No, I'm not reaching out. I feel completely 100% confident in that fact, okay? However, it doesn't mean that I still don't think about that person and blah, 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 blah. You get the point. So if it's a situation where you're addicted to something, it will take a lot more time to completely rid yourself of that urge if it ever truly goes away. However, those first 3 weeks are incredibly critical, and you want to make those 3 weeks as easy as possible for quitting any habit or taking on any habit. You know, if you make it hard for yourself, it's just not going to work out. Be very kind, very gentle to yourself. Focus on one thing at a time and treat yourself with a lot of grace and compassion during those 3 weeks. However, do not give in to slipping back during those 3 weeks. That is so important. Those 3 weeks, you need to operate off of pure discipline and just do it anyways. You know, after these 3 weeks, I'll worry about it. After these 3 weeks, I'll worry about it. And I told myself that when I was quitting the toxic person. I was like, 3 weeks. I just need 3 weeks, no contact. If I still have this uncontrollable urge to reach out to them after that, we'll deal with that then. But for right now, I need to be motivated. I need to be disciplined. I need this space to myself. I need to focus on myself. And I got through those 3 weeks, and guess what? After the 3 weeks, I didn't want to talk to them anyway. So anyways, looking back on 2023, I'm quite proud of myself for the amount of positive habits that I took up and the amount of negative habits I released. And I think out of every year in my 25 years on earth, this was the most productive one in terms of new habits and getting rid of bad habits. And I feel like the reason that is because in the past, I would constantly tell myself, I need to change this, I need to do this. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna do 5 new habits all at once, and none of them would stick ever. So I am telling you, the key to creating a lot of positive habits is to focus on one for 3-week intervals, okay? And you can even give yourself a little bit more time after that if it's a really difficult habit, such as starting to exercise, go to the gym, whatever. Or quit an addiction, you know, give yourself a little extra time. But really 3 weeks is all you need to hyper focus on that one habit. And then after that, it'll be integrated into your comfort zone. You'll have that concentration, that space, that energy freed up to bring on another habit. There's 52 weeks a year. That is 17 new habits you can incorporate in a calendar year if you follow this guideline. Hi guys, it's Laura from the future. My audio totally stopped recording, but it's okay because I was done talking anyways. Thank you guys for joining me today. Definitely leave some comments down below and talk about which new habits you look forward to taking on in the year ahead. And make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like this video, and I will see you guys for the next one. Bye bye.